It's always great to be in Houston, and I'm just excited that Ethan's here with us all tonight. I was told to keep it really short, like 3 minutes or so, which for me is almost impossible when I think about Ethan. I've known him for a long time, and we've worked together. And so I'll just briefly, say a little bit about what it's like working with such a tremendous talent. I always describe Ethan as a guy who stepped out of like a Jack Kerouac novel. He's like Dean Moriarty, just full, mad to live, always got something going. And it's always artistic. We all know people who have energy, creative, and everything, and they're just kind of... Ethan, it's about art. I think he's one of the most impressive, incredible artists I've ever been around. And of his generation, I really think he's, the tops, because it just comes out of him, everything he does. When I first met him, he was, I think, 23 or something. He had already, was a movie star. He had made a short film. He had directed a music video that was #1 on MTV that summer. He had started a theater company. He had written a novel. I'm not kidding. And over the years, I've just had a really fortunate seat to see what Ethan has always been doing, and I've been lucky enough to work with him numerous times on films. But it's just great to be around him and see his life unfold, because to fly to New York and see him in the new, Shakespeare production at Lincoln Center, or the new Tom Stoppard play, or a play he's directing and winning Obie Awards, and the new Sam Shepard thing, and the new novel he's writing, and just to be around him in his family environment. You walk into his living room and his kids they're composing a song that they're all working on. He's playing guitar and he's water painting, and I'm not kidding. It's just like I kind of think every base is covered except maybe an opera or something. He's a random opera, but it's not. It's just who he is. It's just this flow of enthusiasm. He's the greatest guy to work with, because he's, as a director, he's the ideal collaborator. As an actor, he likes to sit around, always working on it, always just channeling everything through what's in front of him. He can talk forever about something, just digging deeper, deeper, deeper. The best collaborator. I've worked with actors where you're talking about the character, you're talking about everything, and I'll just look at you and like, so what does that have to do with anything? Ethan is like, it's the yeah and, like a great improv. And that's what his art life is ongoing artistic improv, and he's the team leader. I love working with him because his energy. He brings, he's the team captain, always. I remember, when I first met him, we were talking about this movie. I was going to fly to Vienna, and it was a strange script that needed a lot of work. And Ethan, at that point, I think it had been Reality Bites, which they shot here in Houston. His star was ascending in Hollywood. He could have been, every film was being offered to him. And here's this guy running over to Europe with me to make this film that we both agreed could very well not work as a film unless we really worked hard and cracked this thing that it wanted to be. And I was just, I don't think I knew he was a special guy then, but over the years I see just how special that is. I mean, so many young actors in our culture, they're very careerist. It's like, well, I'll do this, but where will that... everybody's thinking ahead, where Ethan lives in the moment. Like the film you saw tonight. For him to go do this film, he's turning down many other things that pay a lot better, but they're just less interesting to him. So he follows his artistic muse, I think, in a more pure way than really anyone I've known. I just think it's so admirable. And he's like I said, in his plays and everything he does, he's the team captain. I talk to actors he works with in the theater, and they're like, it's just so great being around Ethan. He keeps us all going. So he's just got this endless energy and love of what he's doing, and he's fully committed. When he's in, he's in. And it's just, that's a little inside, scoop of what it's around to be, this incredible artist who's going to keep doing interesting things always. Today I was showing him some of the funkier Houston places I knew. And he's snapping pictures for this play he's going to direct, and he's conceiving of in New York. And he's had this incredible theater career. A lot of you, we know him as movies, but there are multi-careers going at once, and I don't think he doesn't think in career terms, but he's expressing himself in so many different ways. But his theater work for the last 10 years has been really amazing. I'm lucky to get to see quite a bit of it. But his books and his photos and his water paintings, I've seen all this stuff too, and it's just really amazing. So we're just again thrilled he's here in Houston with us, and right now I'm just going to invite up to present him with this honor from Levantine Films, Pamela Powers. You come up here and present this to you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Richard. I'm not sure how I'll follow that. The Levantine Cinema Arts Award honors a leading actor, director, or other creative artist who stretched the boundaries of cinematic expression throughout an illustrious film career. Ethan Hawke is exactly that. He is a director, a writer, an actor, a screenwriter, and even a novelist, and as we heard, an artist. His commitment to the art of both film and theater, and his ability to maintain the integrity of his talent and his work make him a fitting recipient for this award tonight. And so it is with great pleasure that I present the 2011 Levantine Cinema Arts Award to Mr. Ethan Hawke.
Wouldn't it be funny after all that hyperbole and all that kind of nice things that people said about me, if I came out here and was just like a sullen asshole? Rick was so generous talking about what a nice guy I was and everything, and I was just thinking that I should really come out and do my best, I don't know. But, I was thinking about what to say tonight, and I'll just tell this little story, which is that last night I have a friend of mine who is, well, he's about to turn 70. On his 65th birthday, he gave himself this challenge to do something that he'd never done before. And he really, his whole life really wanted to play the piano and give a recital. And so he challenged himself to, by the time he was 70, he was going to give a recital. And so he did it, and I went last night, and he's going to be turned. He did it at 11/11/11. That's what he picked as his date for the recital. And it was a beautiful recital. And he's going to be 70 in a couple days. And he got up and he thanked people, saying that he just had accomplished a dream, a life dream. And that it was only possible because we came, these friends, these people in the audience. He's like, I thought that doing a piano recital was this solitary action. And in fact, in doing it, I realized that it's all about you. And he was thanking us for coming. And when he said it, I thought that's exactly how I feel about working in movies and how I feel about tonight, that I really should say thank you to you all for being here, for making this whole organization happen, for making events like this happen. It is a privilege to work in the arts. Rick talks about all these things that I do. I don't do them on purpose. I can't be any other way. So it's not like I just don't deserve an award for it. It's like, I deserve to be punished. I should get an award when I actually listen to somebody else. That's that's when my wife would say I deserve a prize. So I want to say, that's what I lost my train of thought. But one thing that Rick really taught me, among a lot of things that he's taught me, but we both share this a sense of gratitude. Whenever you're actually on a set making a movie or getting to do anything creative in your life, if you can't hold that kind of candle of gratitude, that is such a privilege to get to do something like this. And yes, I will answer all questions about what you just saw. But it's such a privilege just to try, you know, just to try to make anything beautiful while we're here together. So I say thank you for this prize. It's really, really nice. It means a lot to me. I love what I do, and it really does mean a whole lot to me. So I really thank you guys for coming and making it possible for this. So that you always know.